Morning, it's Louis at Defending Elvis. Don't forget, we run 3 channels, guys. Defending Elvis is where we defend passionately with a team called Team Elvis, and Elvis fans join us around the world. We also have Elvis Presley fan on keto, which is health related. So we're Elvis fans that want to get better. Many of us are over 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 and more. Trying to improve our health. This is why I run Elvis Presley fan on keto. Discusses what we eat, how we get better. And we have Elvis Presley long lost footage as well, which is vintage footage, and we defend over there as well. So please subscribe to all 3. A special thank you to the people that have bought me a coffee, guys. It really does mean a lot to me when you click the coffee button or send me a super thank you. It just shows me you like what I do. And then I did want to just say thank you to the members. We've got 69 members. We've had well over 50 members for about a year, but we've had an increase of, I think, about 12 or 13 members recently, because we have started doing some members lives. So if you want to have a members live with us, where just the members come together, which every now and then we do, we have a bit more of a private one-on-one type discussion. You're welcome to join us. And the most recent members are Ness and Zachary, Lorna, Jimmy, Michelle, Joe, Angie, Frederick, Jen, Martha, Salvatore, Trudy, Julie's, and Dad. But guys, it's $1. It's $1. Please understand I've set it at the lowest amount. Yeah. YouTube take half of it. So it's not about the money. I am trying to build up more members so we can have some private chats, one-on-one, just me and the members. It's important to me that sometimes we can discuss things that is more sort of for the members. Yeah. A more personal chat, just members only. It's $1, guys. It's nothing. It's pennies. If I could give it you, I'd send it you. But please join Team Elvis. Become one of us. Become Team Elvis. Obviously, all of you guys are important to me, whether you're members or not. Even if you're even if you are subscribers, even if you're non-subscribers, very important to me that we come together and watch our show on Defending Elvis together and defend Elvis. Many feel that Elvis doesn't need defending. I massively disagree. Elvis does need defending. And we come across this channel, Relax and Roll. This channel is one of the first channels I've come across that defends Elvis since I started. There's a couple of other channels that defend Elvis. We know, like Presley Mania, Rhonda, and Joe Rare Elvis Photos. But I would say I can't think of anyone else that defends Elvis. So coming across this channel, Relax and Roll, was a bit of a surprise, to be honest with you guys. It is AI, which takes a bit of getting used to. But this channel defends Elvis. So we did do a live stream on it, which you can go and watch, guys. But I just thought I want to do a proper video on it, post it on the video section. I will, once I've done the review of it, I will upload it live so that we can comment on it live, because I do post all my videos as live premieres, which means we can all come together, me, Team Elvis, Elvis fans around the world, and comment, just say our opinions on what we think of it. So I have played this video before. It's only 8 minutes long. I have to stop and start because YouTube won't allow me to play it without reviewing it, critiquing it. So please don't send me a message saying don't stop and start. I have to. So guys, remember why we're here. We're here to defend Elvis. Yeah, we will cover some just Elvis stories that have nothing to do with defending, but 99% of the time we're defending Elvis, Lisa, and the bloodline, and we do it with pride. Okay, here goes, guys. So when I upload this, please join in, please comment.
His legacy is under attack, not by critics, not by historians, but by disgusting YouTube channels pushing sensational lies, fabricated rumors, and outright disrespect.
Right, very important, guys. I'm just going to top up my coffee, but disgusting YouTube channels pushing outright lies. Outright lies. This is what's happening, guys. This is why Elvis needs defending. Right, I want to make my coffee last more than 2 minutes. Okay. I couldn't have put it better myself. These disgusting YouTube channels pushing outright lies. Let's just make sure that you guys can see what I can see. 1 second. Yeah, we're all on. Right. Let's keep going with it, guys. I'm so pleased I found this channel. It's a breath of fresh air. If you guys come across any Defending Elvis channels, I'd love to see them, review them. Just so you know that there are a lot of AI channels that are trashing Elvis, that are full of lies. I think I've heard of one, Rock and Roll History comes to mind. These channels are really spreading bullshit. Just an opinion for entertainment purposes, just alleged, not a fact. You get it, guys? So this AI YouTube channel, for me, is spreading the truth. It is exposing the haters, the liars, the fake news. There's a lot of fake Elvis news out there, yeah? And we, the Elvis fans, we should be exposing these people and defending Elvis and Lisa and the bloodline. Remember, Riley, Finley and Harper, Elvis's grandkids, Lisa's children, have to listen to this bullshit, yeah? Okay, they're not going to go out of their way to listen to it, but they may stumble across it. What would Elvis think? What would Lisa think of this garbage that is being spread around? Let's keep going, guys.
One of the most ridiculous and disgraceful claims out there? That Elvis didn't die in 1977, and that he's secretly been hiding in an attic for nearly 50 years. That's right. According to these click-hungry...
Such bullshit. It's like even the Bob Joyce thing. We recently have discussed another channel that daily talks about Bob Joyce, that he's alive. This particular channel actually says there's 2 Bob Joyces. It's so ridiculous. These people creating these ridiculous channels to say that Bob Joyce is Elvis for money, for clicks, for views, taking advantage, in my opinion, of these poor people that just wish Elvis hadn't have died when he was 42 and have this dream that Elvis went off into the sunset and lived a happy life. It's not true. Bob Joyce is not Elvis. He himself has told me he's not Elvis. He himself has admitted and clearly stated on his YouTube that he is not Elvis. Yeah, Bob Joyce is not Elvis. Elvis did die. So let's keep going, guys.
channels, Elvis faked his death and now lives above someone's garage like a ghost. Let's be clear, this is not journalism. This is not satire. This is garbage, made to exploit curiosity and disrespect a man who gave everything to his art.
Couldn't put it better than that. That's exactly correct.
Elvis was a real human being. He died tragically young after a lifetime of pressure, fame, addiction, and sacrifice.
So obviously these AI, so it takes a bit getting used to. Of course, Elvis looks fantastic. I'm starting to adjust. I know that this is the modern way now. These artificial intelligently created videos with, you know, these voices that we're listening to are not people, yeah, they're AI. But if it's for a good reason, if it's to defend Elvis, I'm up for change, yeah. I don't know if I'll ever get used to it, but this video is doing good.
He's hiding in some attic? That's not funny. It's cruel. And then we have the sexuality smear campaigns. Some of these channels go even further, suggesting Elvis was secretly gay, calling him disgusting names, using slurs, and trying...
That's just so funny. That is just ridiculous. Elvis was secretly gay. It just makes me laugh. What is going on with these people?
Trying to twist his relationships into scandal. Let's get one thing straight. Being gay is not an insult, but using it as a weapon to shame someone who isn't here to defend himself? That's pathetic. There's no...
That's pathetic. You know, guys, I have nothing against people that are gay. I've got people in my family that are gay, makes no difference to me. But to use it to smear Elvis, that is not fair.
Credible evidence Elvis was gay. He dated women publicly and privately. But more importantly, it wouldn't matter. What does matter is that these channels are using the claim not to explore identity, but to humiliate, slander, and provoke hate. Also claiming
You know, he uses the word hate. I don't know if it's hate. What is the reason these people, all these fake AI channels are being created? I think they're trying to rewrite history. It's like there's a real pro Priscilla stuff going on at the moment. Like obviously this is the hardback copy of the book Elvis and Me. I've always said, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes, this is a book of lies, a recreation of the truth, rewriting of the truth. I've always said that Priscilla hit a point in her life in the late 70s, early 80s, where she thought, oh, actually, I can say what I want. No one's going to disagree with me. Seriously, guys, when Priscilla was doing all these old interviews, you know, way back with people like Barbara Walters and other people, who was going to disagree with her? She could say what she wanted. The book came out. There's a lot of different stories in the book. For me personally, I think the stories have been twisted, it's exaggerated, and some may not even be true. Just an opinion, not a fact. Just my opinion. But I do think Priscilla realised that she could say what she wants and no one's going to disagree with her. No one's going to expose her. No one's going to challenge her. A very powerful woman that was literally running Gracelands, literally running it. Yeah, even though it was on behalf of Lisa, and eventually Elvis Presley Enterprises had a massive stake in everything, 85%, 15% still being retained by Lisa Marie. But the point I'm trying to say is that Priscilla has reinvented the truth, in my opinion, and the public have gone along with it, and all of the news companies have gone along with it. So every time I see Priscilla being interviewed, they're like asking all the trash questions, and Priscilla doesn't even have to answer them. She just has to nod her head, go along with it. It's the interviewers that are doing the damage because they're asking these disgusting questions about Elvis, about grooming, controlling, even accusations of rape, guys. The unfaithfulness of Elvis is always blamed on Elvis, but never blamed on Priscilla, even though we know Priscilla was unfaithful. She even admitted it in her book. Do you see what I mean, guys? Never a mention of the second divorce settlement, which to me almost bankrupted Elvis, almost cost Elvis Graceland. Elvis, to me, in just my opinion, almost lost Graceland to Priscilla. Just an opinion, guys, for entertainment purposes. So my point is, guys, we do have to challenge these people with the fake news. There's a lot of fake news out there. You know, I brought up some trash books. You know, there's a few trash books. Elvis, What Happened, Red West, Sonny West, Dave Hadler. There's some lies in this book, in my opinion. A lot of things in this book have been twisted and exaggerated. Just an opinion, guys. The same goes for this book with Lamar Fike, Billy Smith, and Marty Lacker, Elvis, Aaron Presley, and the Memphis Mafia. To me, there's lies in this book. It's just an opinion for entertainment purposes. It's just a view. I can't say it's fact that there's lies. I just think we have to challenge these things, guys. We have to expose the wrongdoing to Elvis over the last 40 odd years for money. Many of these things were done for money. There are movies, the Priscilla Presley movie Priscilla by Sofia Coppola. It's a film of lies. It's all bullshit. It makes Elvis look bad. Makes Priscilla look perfect, like she has done no wrong. It's ridiculous when Priscilla says she had lost herself. She needed to find herself. It's just rubbish, guys. She had a lovely family with Elvis. She had a beautiful daughter, a beautiful home. She had everything she could ever dream of. But she talks about it like she didn't have a life. It's ridiculous. For me, when I met my wife and we started having children, and we bought a home, that was my life. I never would ever say, oh, I don't have a life, I need to find myself. When Priscilla says, oh, Elvis is the love of my life, 40 odd years later, even though we know that she went on to have very, very serious long-term relationships with many people Obviously, everyone knows of Marco Garibaldi, but we also know of Michael Edwards allegedly abused Lisa Marie Presley. We want justice for Lisa Marie Presley. He was Priscilla's boyfriend for 6 to 7 years. Could you imagine poor Lisa Marie being forced to live with complete strangers? Michael Edwards, a complete stranger, an actor, a model who was in love with Lisa when she was a minor. Yeah, it's all in this book, and we're going to review it. But I have to say, it's alleged for entertainment purposes, not a fact. And then we've got when Priscilla ran off with Mike Stone, the karate champion, a very, very well-known karate champion in the 70s. Elvis really admired him, called him a badass. Priscilla secretly is dating him for a year and runs off with him and takes Lisa Marie with her. Takes Lisa Marie away from her home, Graceland, her father, Elvis Presley. Could you imagine Lisa Marie waking up to a complete stranger, Mike Stone? You get it, guys? Such unfair treatment of Elvis. And Elvis is blamed for everything. Elvis did everything wrong as far as these people are concerned. These trashy books, documentaries, biographies, even friends and family have betrayed Elvis, including the Memphis Mafia. It's just so unfair. And that's why we're here. That's why we're called Defending Elvis. We want the world to know the truth. We're fed up with the lies, the twisted truth that the public have fallen for. The public have been very gullible and fallen for the bullshit. You speak to anybody now that is not a proper Elvis fan and discuss Elvis with them, and they will say the most disgusting things about him that are just not true, are so unfair. Elvis is being remembered for the wrong things. Where we want him to be remembered as a beautiful human being with a good heart, a Christian man with a beautiful talent, a charming personality, a heart of gold. The world remembers him for drugs, for binge eating. You get it, guys? For being unfaithful. When actually, some of the partners he had were unfaithful. It's always blamed on Elvis. I won't whitewash Elvis. Elvis made mistakes. He did have times in his life where obviously he would move to the next girl, or he was looking for love. He was unsure of love. He lived as a single man until he got engaged in 1966. So it isn't straightforward with Elvis. You have to break down each year and understand, each month I would say, understand what he was going through. Could you imagine how Elvis felt when he caught Priscilla being unfaithful with the dance instructor 2 or 3 months after Lisa Marie was born, less than a year after they got married? Elvis and Priscilla got married in 67, May the 1st. Within a year, Priscilla has been unfaithful with the dance instructor. Who knows this? Even though she's admitted in her book on page, I think, 262, I think it is. Most of the public don't realise that Priscilla was unfaithful more than once. Yeah, most of the public don't realise that Elvis died nearly 5 years after they divorced. Yeah, so people treat Priscilla as if that Elvis and Priscilla were still married when he died. They treat her like a widow. She was never his widow. People are not aware of just how cruel the second divorce settlement was. A divorce settlement that she wasn't even entitled to. She had to accuse Elvis of fraud to get a second divorce. In the first divorce settlement, they'd agreed everything. There would never be another divorce settlement. But no, Priscilla went back for a lot more money, a massive amount of money, almost forcing Elvis to sell his pre-1973 recording rights. A very cruel divorce settlement. Very, very cruel. Even a debt being placed on Graceland on behalf of Priscilla to guarantee she gets her money in installments, because Elvis didn't have the money to pay her, because the greed of that second divorce settlement, with the help of Priscilla's lawyers, in my opinion, almost bankrupt Elvis, made him almost lose his home. Yeah, just an opinion for entertainment purposes. So let's listen to this YouTube channel, Defend Elvis.
Elvis was a racist, a disgusting lie. They're here to degrade. So, who's behind these lies? Many of these channels follow the same pattern. Shocking thumbnails.
It's a great question. Who's behind these lies? Some say Priscilla, some say there are many other people that are just hell-bent on trashing Elvis for money, for likes, for views, for subscribers. Who knows, guys? Who knows?
Clickbait headlines like breaking news, Elvis spotted alive. Wild confessions, fake witnesses, and dramatic voices. No sources, no truth, just views and ad revenue. They don't care about Elvis. They care about attention. They hijack his image, twist his story, and milk his fame, all while calling it entertainment.
Do you know what? And not just entertainment, they call it truth. Some of these people stand by the things they have written. Yeah? Some of these people stand by these things and wouldn't change it. Dave Hebler has never shown regret and said sorry for that book. Tries to say that he wrote the book because he wanted to help Elvis with his problem with prescription medication. Dave Hebler uses the word drugs. Dave Hebler calls Elvis a junkie, a druggie, in his own way. He may not use those same words. This is just an opinion for entertainment purposes. But the point I'm trying to say, guys, is there was much more to it. There was revenge. These people were bitter. Red West, Sonny West, and Dave Hebler were bitter. They tried to blame the trashiness of the book on Steve Dunleavy and the publishers. But the bottom line is these people made a decision to create that book, and I think have been the Elvis fans have been upset with these people since that book was written in 1977, released weeks before Elvis died. Remember, Elvis's last year was very difficult, very difficult. A lot of problems. He had ginger Alden. Even that isn't straightforward. He was very unwell. He had serious health problems with his colon, with his, he had health problems. He could not sleep. Many medical problems that he'd inherited genetically. He was a sick man. He may have been abusing the prescription medication. Some of these medications were addictive. But remember, you turn to your doctor for help, to fix your body, to ease your pain, to help you sleep, to help you with your colon problems, with glaucoma problems, and many other health problems. You turn to your doctor. What does your doctor do? He gives you prescription medication. So very unfair to call Elvis a druggie, an addict. I do think things really got almost, how can I say it, out of control in the last couple of years. I think things became like a snowball effect, much worse very quickly. But 98% of Elvis's life, he looked very healthy, looked very well, was full of energy, was performing at his best. All the way up to the mid-70s, he was exceptional, with two massive comebacks in 68 and 69. Yeah, we've got the 68 special that we all know of. Remember, that happened after Elvis caught Priscilla betraying him with the dance instructor. Then he has another massive comeback in Vegas in 69, one of the best comebacks in history. Yeah, so people remember Elvis died in 1977. Yeah, well, in the mid-70s, Elvis was still doing fantastic, still sell-out concerts. Yeah, to the day he died, Elvis had sell-out concert. So it's Elvis is very unfairly portrayed.
It's digital grave robbing. You might say, who cares? It's just YouTube. But we should care, because this is about respect. Elvis Presley fought through poverty, served his country, revolutionized music, gave voice to an era. He deserves dignity in death, just like he deserved peace in life.
Oh, I love that. He deserves dignity in death. And there's a very good interview where where Lisa Marie is very upset with the Memphis Mafia. And she basically says Elvis's dignity was important to him. And these people took away his dignity by saying the most disgusting things. And it's not even sometimes these people will say, well, do you want to hear the truth? Well, it's their truth from their point of view, their version of the truth, how they see it from their emotions. Doesn't make it truth. The bottom line is friends should not be betraying Elvis. Elvis's friends, Elvis's family should not have betrayed him and said disgusting things about him. True or not, I think most of it is not true. they still should not have done it. It's a massive betrayal. So, guys, you know what I'm saying. So this is taking a bit longer than I expected. We're going to do a part 1 and a part 2. So we're going to do half of this, and then we'll come back and do a part 2. It's important to me that we do this on a video. We've already done it as a live stream. It's important to me that we do this as a video. I really feel that because we've discovered a new Defending Elvis channel, that we must really push it. We must really scream it from the top of the mountains. Elvis needs to be defended and has been very unfairly treated.
He was hounded by the media while he was alive. Are we really going to let that continue decades after he's gone? Remembering Elvis at the '68 comeback special was the spark that relit the fire in his amazing leather outfit, a blistering, authentic performance that reminded the world exactly who Elvis was. Aloha from Hawaii was the supernova that followed in his marvelous jumpsuit, a technical and cultural spectacle that cemented his place as an icon for all time.
See, this is what we want to hear, guys. We want to hear people being reminded of just how fantastic Elvis was, not just as an entertainer, as a human being, a heart of gold, a very religious man, a gospel singing Christian man, from Mississippi Tupelo, yeah? Very humble beginnings. This is the real Elvis, not this twisted, ridiculous version that is wrongly portrayed around the world. This is why we run Defending Elvis with a team called Team Elvis, with Elvis fans around the world that join us.
Together, they tell the incredible story of a king who not only reclaimed his throne, but then went on to conquer the entire world. The most generous entertainer of all time, who gave most of his fortune away to help and make other people happy. I searched and...
Amazing. Amazing. Okay, guys. So that's part 1. I can't think of a better ending than that. Actually, I might just play that last 20 seconds again. I thought it was fantastic. Let's just play this bit a bit more, last 30 seconds. Then we'll come back for part 2. I'm going to upload this so that me and you guys can watch it together and do live commenting on this together. This will go onto our video section. Okay, guys?
As an icon for all time, exactly who Elvis was. Aloha from Hawaii was the supernova that followed in his marvelous jumpsuit, a technical and cultural spectacle that cemented his place as an icon for all time. Together, they tell the incredible story of a king who not only reclaimed his throne, but then went on to conquer the entire world. The most generous entertainer of all time, who gave most of his fortune away to help and make other people happy.
Do you hear that? Who gave most of his fortune away to help and make people happy. It's true. That happened. That happened. Why isn't that the story that is spread around the world instead of all this fake news? Why does it have to be sometimes awkward and embarrassing to proudly say you're an Elvis fan to a complete stranger? Now, to other Elvis fans, we obviously relate to Elvis and love Elvis equally, so we can discuss how proud we are to be fans. But then you speak to a complete stranger who calls him the most disgusting names because they don't know the history. They haven't done any research. They don't understand the truth. They've fallen for the lies. They've been brainwashed into believing all the bullshit, all the fake truth from these kind of books. Yeah? And we struggle to try and convince non-fans that Elvis isn't the way he has been portrayed. Elvis is one of the most kindness, loving, caring, sharing human beings that have ever lived. A very decent man, a beautiful man with a heart of gold. We just wish everybody knew. We wish everyone knew. We do our bit on Defending Elvis. So this is part 1. We're going to come back and do a part 2. I hope you've enjoyed this. Welcome to Defending Elvis. Please join us. Please like, subscribe. If you like what we do, thanks for getting me a copy or a super thank you. To be a member is only $1. Everything is free. If you want to join us on a members chat, it's $1 a month, which is absolutely nothing. Okay, guys, love to all of you. And thank you so much. I'm going to post this now and we can watch it together, and the comments on it will be live. So we can interact whilst we're watching this together, guys. I'll check you out for part 2. This is part 1. Okay, guys.